Continuing along with the reviews of the DC Universe Classics Wave 12, today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at Iron. As indicated on the front, die-cast parts! Yes, Iron does contain die-cast parts. We'll get into that as the package gets opened up. Steel does also come with, or Iron does, Spot's mixing his metals. Iron does also include a collector button down below there. Once again, no indication as to what piece the figure does come with. He does actually come with the other leg. It's down there, the other leg of Darkseid. But this is figure 7. If you guys are continuing to collect the Metal Men, then this would be a figure that you likely would be picking up. On the back of the package, speaking of picking up, the other figures you can pick up if you want to build Darkseid, we have Eclipso, the Spectre, Copperhead, Dr. Midnight, Desaad, Mary Batson, and Iron. Two variants that make up this wave. We have a white version, white costumed Mary Batson, as well as a glow-in-the-dark Spectre. And there's Darkseid on the side there. As for the biography on Iron, Professor Will Magnus invented the responsometer, a microcomputer capable of imbibing pure elements with the semblance of life, intelligence, and emotion, implanting samples of gold, iron, lead, tin, and mercury with their own responsometers. Magnus watched the metals take on humanoid shape and personalities. Iron quickly emerged as the backbone of the team. In all the challenges of the Metal Man take on, Iron's super strength and the ability to withstand tremendous punishment put him on the front line of action. Statistics: first appearance showcase number 37, 1962. Real name Iron. Occupation member of the Metal Men. Base of operations Magnus Labs. Special abilities: super strong, able to assume unlimited shapes. There you go. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and we're going to get a better look at Iron. There's more to come, guys. Stay tuned. As with every other DC Universe Wave 12 figure, Iron here does come with a button. You can see some of the Golden Age members of the DC Universe on there. Flash. Looks like Dr. Midnight's there as well. Green Lantern. What else we got on there? Well, we have some other figures on there as well, some other characters. There you go. Put that aside, add it to my pile. I do have a pile so far forming. Iron does also come with the other leg of Darkseid. We'll bring in Darkseid here, and we'll just take the other leg, peg it into place. No problem, hopefully, no problem. By the way, as a side note, don't go through life saying no problem, because that usually means you're going to jinx it and something will happen. And so far, I shouldn't even say so far because that also jinxes it. It's remarkable how many things you can jinx by saying the wrong things. But so far, he's looking pretty good. We only need 2 arms, then we've got a finished Darkseid. Let's put him aside. And let's have a look at Iron. I keep wanting to call him Steel. Overall, he is a pretty good figure. He has some die cast going on. He does have weight to him as well. This is a considerably heavy figure. One thing I really like is the face on Iron. Not only is the face sculpt really good, but you can't help but appreciate the paint that's been put on the figure. It kind of looks like it's got a base coat of, like, I guess a base coat of black, and then they've done some sort of dry brush over top of it of like this blue metallic silver. But I think it's just really nice work. You can see the rivets that make up his chest. We've got the emblem on the front going on there. The back is a little bland. It doesn't have as much personality, but still, all things considered, it is a really nice figure. Which is the hard part. It's such a hard part as a reviewer and to come on to YouTube, to put myself out there and have you guys watch these videos, and to give a unbiased opinion of these figures. I like the figure. I don't have any invested interest in the figure, so it's hard for a reviewer to give a solid, honest rating about it. I mean, all things considered, I really liked what they've done with the figure. I just don't know anything about the Metal Man. I can tell you, though, that Iron does come with two accessories. One is a clamp, and we'll just put Iron there for a second. If we zoom in to the clamp, you'll actually see, keep going, right, and that was too much, right there. There is actually a working wheel on the clamp, and you can see, even though it doesn't move too much, it does actually move the teeth in and out. It only really moves the first one, but I like the fact that it does actually work. Works as good as it could be, I guess. It's got some nice texture done to the actual clamp going on here. Clamp, wrench, whatever. I like it though. It definitely works well. He also does have a wrecking ball, which is on a chain. I would have almost liked if the chain had been the same coloring as every other piece to Iron here. Instead, it's just a solid black, and it looks a little off from everything else. It definitely looks like it's been attached with a separate piece. I mean, that's a small gripe. All things considered, I think the detail work on the ball, again, the paint is really, really solid. Just really, really good work. We can take the wrecking ball and clamp it into his hand. Now, this is the one thing that I have problems with too, is once you get these on, I find it weighs down the figure. More importantly too, it weighs down the arms. Now, I don't know in time, by having these always on the arms, if you're going to start making these joints loose on the elbow area. But it still works. I don't mind it. It still works. I even like the fact that they've sculpted in such a way that it looks like it's kind of come out of his arm as a molded piece. So I think it works well. The execution is for the most part pretty good, and I can't really remember, but if they haven't already, this would be an ideal energy construct for a Green Lantern. I don't know if they've already made one, but I think this clamp wrench, I think, would be a perfect construct. I'm pretty sure the wrecking ball has already been used, but I think that would be a prime example of an energy construct that they could probably use for a future Green Lantern figure. Take the accessories off Iron here, and in the way of his articulation, Iron has what looks to be only a swivel in the head. Okay, it is a ball joint. It does have a pin and socket shoulder, as with most, if not all, DC Universe figures. A rotation in the bicep, bend at the elbow, rotation in the hand. There is no articulation, anything going on in this area here. Obviously, just for the fact that this area is covered by this piece. I would imagine, though, that it is a regular DCU body underneath, that you could get movement if you wanted to, but this piece will certainly prevent that from happening. His legs do bend forward and back, not a lot, just because of the bottom skirting area of this armor piece. His legs do move out, though. Rotation in the thigh, a bend at the knee, and a hinge in the foot. I think the same thing that I said about Mary Batson, I could probably say for Iron here. It's one of those figures where you likely would only pick him up. Now, there's two types of collectors. There would be the completionists that would pick him up either to get the entire wave or to get the collect and connect piece of a figure that they really want to get. Or there are ones that buy a figure solely for invested interest. Now, I'm sure the Metal Men fans out there would likely pick up Iron here because they like Metal Men. I have not followed the Metal Man aside from the odd Brave and the Bold comics that have featured, of course, Batman, which I like Batman, and that would have been the reason why I picked him up. I would honestly say, though, as a collector, I would very unlikely pick up this figure had I not been reviewing the Wave and had I not been wanting to get Darkseid put together. But from a non-biased opinion of this figure, and looking at the paint and how well it was executed, I still would give Iron here an 8. Now, do you think I'm being fair to the figure? Do you think he deserves more? Do you think he deserves less? Let me know down below what you would rate this particular figure. And in the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up here. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look, yet another figure from the DC Universe Wave 12, Darkseid Wave. We're looking today at Metal Man version, or Metal Man member. We're looking at Iron. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.